Hey guys, I'm back. I know it's been quite a while. I am quite sorry about that. I have been spending so much time working on this fulfillment stuff for the Kickstarter, but I have fantastic news. I have finally done all of the steps, I think. Almost all of the steps. In order to get this done. So, fulfillment should be done soon. One of the last steps that I need to do is, I need to send it in, I need to send the envelopes, out to all the lovely people that bought physical books, which is a personalized letter from me. I got cards and I handmade the cards, and I'm super proud of them. And so that's like one of the last steps that I need to do. Let me tell you though, I am learning just how much I am affected by time blindness, because most of the things that I've been waiting for over this fulfillment period has only been 3 to 5 days for like each part typically, and I feel like it's been 2 weeks. Like when I'm waiting, it feels like forever. So that was eye-opening. And something I really need to keep in mind is like my time blindness goes both ways. It's either, oh my god, this is taking so long, or how did I spend an hour putting my shoes on? So that is one of the things I have been learning about myself, is just how badly I'm affected by time blindness. I am working on using tools and things to help me be more aware of my time blindness. I have a beautiful clock that I got for Christmas up in my kitchen now so that I can tell more time, because I swear if I touch my phone, I'm screwed. And I do not like wearing watches because my wrists are just like super chubby. It's not comfortable when you have wrists like this to wear a watch. So I just choose not to. But if I touch my phone, I get so distracted. So the next step is getting like a kitchen timer for me so that I don't have to use my phone for my timer. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of D&D. I actually have been listening to, so I started listening to Dimension 20, back in, I think, November. Finished all of the free Dimension 20 stuff that I could consume, and then at the end of February turned to NADPod, which is Not Another D&D podcast, which has 2 of the members from the Dimension 20 group on the core group that is in NADPod, and then there was a bunch of guests from Dimension 20 as well, which was really fun for me. But also Brian Murphy as a DM is amazing, and I really love his storytelling, and I have learned that I am such an addict for story, and I love the collaborative nature, and watching people make decisions has been so eye-opening to the fact that I do not take risks. I am not a risk taker. So, like, it's been really fun to listen to my D&D. I have now, however, caught up. I have listened to 5 years of podcasts since the end of February, so like 2.5 months, 3 months. I listened to all of it. So now I'm stuck waiting for the weekly podcast releases while we finish this campaign, which is fine. So I have turned to listening to the Dimension 20 stuff again, because I do like to listen to people foreshadow things. And then, so like I already know what happens in that campaign, so I'm re-listening to it to see the things that the DM does to like drop hints, foreshadow, pull things together. Just because I think that is how I'm going to create better stories, to listen to how people on the fly are creating story. That is part of what blows my mind. And then once I finished NADPOD, I have turned to listening to a couple of ADHD books, to learn more about my undiagnosed ADHD. So it sounds drastic when I say that, except for the fact that everybody else in my family has it, and they have the hyperactive presentation, and I am the inactive presentation. And I did, go through the little questionnaire that the doctors ask you to do, and, definitely have it. I don't think that I need medication. I don't feel like that's something that I really need to go down. So it's just acknowledging that I have it, and then looking at ways to make my brain work better. So, my writing, if you look specifically at my writing career, it doesn't seem like I have it, but that's because I'm super interested and very obsessed about writing, and that actually is an ADHD trait, is the hyper-focusing. I am a master at the hyper-focus. If I'm interested in something, I can sit still and learn about that thing for so long. But then after, or if it's something that's boring, I have a really hard time with it. Also an ADHD trait. Also, some of my sensory overload things is an ADHD trait. And I had never known. I hate tights and gloves. And I've hated them since I was a small kid. And, I did dance for a really long time, but hated wearing tights. And, that's why, is I have some sensitivities, and, including clothing, and I don't like how tightly the tights cling to me. I don't like skinny jeans, nothing that actually, clings to my legs. I don't like it. I wear men's basketball shorts and these big t-shirts most of the time because they're comfortable, they're soft, and it's an easy uniform for me to wear. I'm not expected to wear anything nicer than that, so that is what I wear. Yeah, it made me realize, why some of the clothes that I was wearing and stuff when I was wearing fancier stuff, for a job outside the home, why things bothered me. The other thing that she said in this book, it's called Queen of Distraction. I will have it linked below because I cannot remember the author's name right now, but it's specifically for women with ADHD. And, one of the things she said is that people with ADHD, or women with ADHD, typically prefer crew neck shirts. They don't like scoop or V-necks, and that is something that I have a major problem with, is wearing anything that goes lower than this. Which I just found that really fascinating. I didn't know that was part of this thing. And then all the things that I can hear, crazy amounts of stuff that I can hear, part of being an inattentive ADHD person. So I'm learning a lot. It's helping me have a lot more self-acceptance about the things that are kind of weird about me. And so that's been fun. There's another book that I'm going to start soon, but, I share an account with my mom and my sister, and they're both listening to the same book at this moment, and I don't want to screw anybody's, place up. So, the next one is called ADHD is Awesome by, I believe, the same as Ryan something. I will also have that one linked below because I'm not sure what the author's name is. But, my mom said it's really good, and she keeps laughing about, the stories he's telling in the story. And I know his wife, also helps him. I listen to audiobooks. So she is part of the book, and she helps narrate parts of it, and it's really looking at what it's like to live with an ADHD person and then be an ADHD person. So you kind of get both sides of it, and they're a married couple, so it's also that spousal relationship, which I think is kind of cool. So I'm excited to read that next. And writing life has been interesting. I recently, and by recently I mean yesterday, fixed the series that I've been trying to work on since November. And it's really, I have to remove the main character that I have slotted into this position and, like, remove her and change her out for somebody else. And ideas are already flooding to me by the, like, just a little bit of, bouncing ideas back and forth that my mom and I have done in our 30-minute walks over the last 2 nights. And by, like, bouncing it off of each other, I mean, we probably spend 5 minutes on the subject for each talk. And, it's just flowing. So that was the issue. I'm kind of upset it took this long to figure it out, but I've also been really focused on, like, the Kickstarter, and I have started planning the second Kickstarter, which I will do a video about soon. When I get kind of more of the details figured out, I will be posting a video about my next Kickstarter, which is super exciting. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. If you didn't know, I have a Ream Stories account, and Ream is a place that is like a Patreon, where you can support me as a creator, but the platform is specifically made for fiction authors by fiction authors. And so one of the really cool things that you can do on there is you can read my books from their app, and they have this community e-reader. So if you leave a comment, somebody else that's reading that same story can see that comment and, like, comment back to you. So it's almost like a social, it's like having social media in your e-reader, which I think is really cool, because if you're reading the same books, then most likely, like, you like the same things and you could be possibly friends, which would be really cool. I also have a Discord. There is a free section of the Discord, so feel free to jump in. The link is down below as well. And you can check that out. Part of my Ream subscriptions includes more access to me, though, in that Discord channel. So if you wanted to, like, do what would be the equivalent of a Zoom room and a coffee chat with me, that is part of one of the tiers. And then on one of the highest tiers that I have, you can join me for a monthly movie night where we will watch a movie together. So if any of that interests you, the links are down below. And then also my newsletter is down below if you want to check that out. I typically have a little bit of a farm story. I do updates like this with what I'm up to, and yeah, that's basically it. Please like and subscribe to my channel and this video if you liked it, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week. Be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.